Have you noticed how the world applauds those who shout, but ignores those who stay silent? We live in an age where noise is mistaken for truth, where strength became synonymous with exposure, and those who run the hardest are called winners, even if they're running nowhere. But there's a code, a forbidden law, the inverted law. It's not in school books, not in motivational speeches, because if you understood what I'm about to reveal, you'd stop running and start attracting. The brutal truth: the harder you force, the more you repel. The more you chase, the more what you want hides. But those who discover the power of silence, non-need, and presence begin to move the world without ever raising their voice. Today on Satire Sacred, we open the portal. You'll understand how the weak appear strong, and how the truly strong learn to disappear before they awaken. If this resonates with you, you're not alone. Have you ever seen someone brag about their victories, only to tremble in silence? We live on a stage, and in this modern theater, the louder someone is, the more we believe they're strong. The influencer shouting about winning, the coach forcing smiles, the neighbor flaunting empty achievements. But behind closed doors, many of these strong ones collapse, because true strength doesn't need to prove itself. It holds something the world has forgotten: invisible power. Real strength is dense, silent. It doesn't persuade, it simply is. And for that reason, it's feared. While the weak try to appear as something they're not, the strong know that appearances mean nothing. If this made sense so far, like this video, because in the next few minutes you'll uncover the code that transforms silence into power. You know what truly terrifies the system? Someone who doesn't need to prove anything. We're surrounded by noise, voices screaming success, screens flashing promises, inflated egos battling for attention. But true power arrives quietly and changes everything. Remember, thunder grabs attention, but it's the silence of gravity that keeps the planets in orbit. Those living in a rush can't see the invisible, but those who quiet the mind begin to feel the energy behind all things: presence, conviction, silent certainty. Have you met someone like that? Someone who walks into a room and shifts the air without saying a word? That's strength without a stage, because the walk is the stage. While the weak shout to be heard, the awakened become magnets, without asking for anything. Here's a question that might unlock you. Are you trying to convince the world, or remember who you are? Have you noticed how everything you chase desperately seems to slip away? The dream job, the person you're trying so hard to impress, the money that always seems just out of reach. It's like grabbing sand with trembling hands. The harder you squeeze, the faster it escapes. This is not a coincidence. This is the inverted law. It says, what you want with desperation, you declare you don't have. And the universe can only give you more of what you already feel. If you feel lack, you manifest lack. If you feel absence, you multiply emptiness. But there's a moment, a shift, where everything changes. It's when you stop seeking approval and start expressing your essence. When you no longer act to get something, but because you already are it. That's what changed everything for Henry, James, Olivia. They stopped running, they started being, and the world began chasing them. Ask yourself now, are you seeking because you need, or because you've already decided to become? That subtle difference is what determines whether you'll spend your life chasing or magnetizing everything you've ever wanted. Not every weak person is a victim. Some are invisible strategists. They learned early. Strength isn't about shouting, it's about silencing the room. It's not about showing off. It's about dominating the field without being seen. They move like ghosts among the loud, but shift the game silently. While you're trying to impress, they're becoming indispensable. While you're fighting for space, they're already at the center, unannounced. How? They use insecurity as camouflage. They play small to be underestimated. They feed off your effort while conserving their energy. This isn't conspiracy, it's psychology, archetype, and energy mastery. In the chessboard of life, the pawn who moves with intention eventually becomes a king. But here's the deepest secret. They act from non-need. They already believe they are what they desire, even when reality doesn't confirm it yet. And so, reality bends. You were programmed to run, to grind until collapse, to believe that suffering brings success. But what if that mindset is what's keeping you stuck? You live in the prison of constant effort. You think pain means progress. But that pain just feeds a system designed to keep you tired, not awakened. Here's the truth. Effort without consciousness is self-sabotage, and many are addicted to it. You don't need more hustle. You need more stillness, more presence, more being, less trying. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Why am I trying so hard? What am I trying to prove? Who am I trying to convince? The answers may hurt, but they will liberate you. From that moment on, work less outside, more inside. Speak less with words, more with frequency. Desire less, be more. The universe doesn't answer requests, it answers vibrations. He walked hunched, always trying, always running, always hearing. You must do more. But something broke. Not outside, inside. It was when he stopped running that the ground stopped fleeing. It was when he silenced that the world began to listen. It was when he got tired of pretending to be strong that strength found him. That weak one was you. But not anymore. You no longer need to prove anything. You no longer need to chase what is already yours by vibrational right. Because now, you know, true strength doesn't chase. It stands, it attracts, it simply is. For 48 hours, walk as if you already have it. Move as if it's already done. Act as if you no longer need to chase, and watch. Watch how the world reshapes to match your new frequency. Share this with someone who needs to wake up. And remember, the truly strong don't scream. They transform in silence.